Hi everyone, this is my entry video for the NYX Space Wars. I hope you like this video and enjoy. So I created 3 different looks. If you want to see what they look like, keep on watching. So the first look that I created is this beautiful mermaid. She's very lonely, so she always cries, but because she's a mermaid, her tears are full of glitter. So the second look is when she gets taken by the bad guys and she gets burned in several places on her body. The third look is when she gets away and she realizes being lonely was way better. So she stops crying and she's only left with some scars. In a second, you're going to see that I go from a brown crease to a pink eyelid, and that's because my camera died and I didn't notice. So what I did was basically use a lot of pink shades and I blended everything together till I got what I wanted. And what you can see is that I'm putting a pigment on it right now. As a primer, I am using the illuminator one from NYX because I want my mermaid to be blinding, so that is my base, and over it I am putting on my foundation. Right here I'm gonna conceal everything that needs to be concealed, and I'm also using it to highlight my face, and after that I'm gonna set everything with a powder. Then I'm gonna go in with some translucent powder to give my under eyes a little bit of baking, and after that I'm gonna do a little bit of contouring as well. Again, I'm using some translucent powder on a brush so we can really cut out her cheeks. Next, I'm going in with a lot of blush and I'm just putting it all over my face basically. I'm just filling in my waterline with a wide jumbo pencil from NYX Cosmetics. And then I'm smoking out my lower lash line with a lot of pinks that I use on top of my eyelids. For the tears, I just took a smaller brush and I basically smoked everything out even lower, and I took the small brush to really make like fine lines that look like tears. I used a lot of different colors and a lot of different pigments, and what I'm doing at the end is just topping it off with some glitters. When I was finally happy with how my tears turned out, I used a icy looking single eyeshadow from NYX Cosmetics, and I used it to highlight my inner corners, my brow bone, and I also used it between the tears to give it a little bit more of dimension. Then I used a glitter eyeliner and put it also in my inner corners and kind of blended it together. I applied some lashes off camera, and what I'm doing right now is just highlighting my whole face. Here I just lined my lips and I topped them off with a lip lingerie and a matte soft lip cream over it. I'm putting the same pigment I used on my eyelids on my lips, and over that I'm just highlighting the cupid's bow a little bit more with that icy looking eyeshadow. Here I'm making everything stand out just a little bit more with the colors that I also used on my eyes. I'm doing the same thing with my hands and I'm just highlighting everything. What I did here was just glue on the prosthetics that I made before. I glued them on with Pros-Aid, so it looked like I had real fishy hands. Here you can see that I already did my face and my hands, so the only thing that I had to do was my chest. So what I'm doing is putting on gelatin and I'm waiting till it's almost dry so it's really tacky, and then just making a texture. So now I went in with a lot of powder so the stickiness got away and it looked really matte, and then I got in with my alcohol based palette to give it a lot of color. Right here I'm using fake blood, but it's like dried, so it looks very chunky. Next I'm going in with a lot of fake blood and I'm just spreading it out everywhere where I want it to be. Right here I'm going in with some natural browns. Putting on a winged eyeliner and some foundation. As you can see, I drawn out where I want the scar to be. setting everything with powders and bronzing up her face. Here I'm using a blue eyeshadow. It's a dark blue one with a little bit of a shimmer in it, and I'm just smoking it out in the lower lash line. Now I'm using the same blue as I used on the lower lash line to kind of contour my forehead and give it that blue sheen. And what I also did was use a lot of highlighter on it. Here I'm just packing on some highlighter in my inner corners and some glitter as well. And on the forehead I'm just doing the exact same with the glitter. Here I'm using another NYX lingerie than we used before, and the same one as before on top of it, so we get a kind of an ombre looking effect. I have also put on a little bit of glitter, the same one as on the forehead and the inner corner. Right here I'm making the scar. It's the same as before. It's also with gelatin. I already did my hands, so I only had to do my face. Here again I am using the alcohol based palette, so I'm just coloring it in as a scar, so it's very nudish but with a lot of pinks because it's a fresh scar. So this was it, you guys. This was my entry video for the NYX Face Swords in Belgium, and I hope everyone liked watching this video. I loved making it. As you can notice, this was the first time I made a video, so it was with a lot of ups and downs, but everyone makes mistakes, and yeah, I really enjoyed it.